So 3 stocks that I'm buying in July 2018. If you want to see what 3 companies I'm thinking of buying, maybe I already picked up some shares in July 2018, make sure you stick around because we're going to start right now. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Hit that huge subscribe button down below to support the channel. Drop a huge like on this video because we're aiming for 100 likes on this video. If we can do that, I'll release another video for 3 stocks I'm watching in July because there are tons of great deals out there. And I think that you guys can benefit greatly from another 3 stocks I'm buying video. So drop a like, let's hit 100 and let's get on with it. Okay, so getting right into it, number 1, the first company I've never really talked about on this channel before is Nintendo. So Nintendo is actually a fairly new stock that I've been following. I know a couple of other YouTubers like Ellie's World of Finance, for example, actually has Nintendo as one of his top positions. I have been following the stock. I didn't really find it interesting at the prices it was at, but recently we have seen some weakness in the stock, and I may or may not have taken a position in this already. So let's get into what Nintendo does and why I think it's a great buy right now. So if you're not familiar with Nintendo and their products, they're pretty much a gaming company. They own brands like Zelda, Super Smash Bros, and even Mario. And they also make the popular Nintendo Switch console. They did recently present at E3, I believe it was last week. And E3, if you're not familiar, is a gamers conference where all gaming companies go out and kind of showcase their latest and greatest and what they have planned for the future. So you have companies like Microsoft and Sony there as well. But either way, Nintendo showcased some pretty cool stuff, some cool games coming out, really popular titles that people are interested in, like more Pokemon titles. And I think that overall the sentiment was pretty positive on the company and their future. However, the stock price still took a hit. People started selling off for whatever reason it was. Maybe you saw some weakness in it. People started panic selling and just kept driving it lower and lower. And now we're actually at a great buying point. In fact, if you look at Google Finance here, you can see that this stock is down almost 30% from its all-time highs, even though it's been having incredibly positive news. So I just see this as a great buying opportunity, but we'll get more into that in a second. So on top of all this potential for the upside, Nintendo also pays a dividend. They pay a 1.15% dividend, which is not too much, but not too little either, considering that you have a lot of upside for growth as well. This extra 1% or so of dividend is just a bonus to hold the stock. Now the last thing to note before I get into the technicals here for Nintendo is that they are scheduled to release their earnings at the end of July, around July 26th or so, but that's still yet to be confirmed. That date could change and could get pushed out to the next month, which is August. But anyways, now looking at the technicals for Nintendo, we can see here that we came down to a major support level that dates back almost 2 years. So we did dip below it slightly, but it seems to have found some stability at around $41, which also happens to be the 100 moving average on the weekly time frame. Now I feel that we're actually going to hover around this level for a bit until we find some stability and buyers come back into the stock, and that's when we'll potentially see some more rallying and buying, which pushes the stock up higher. But based on the stats and based on all the information and their sales and their numbers, Nintendo is doing everything right in my opinion, especially with the Switch console and with their game titles that they're releasing. And I don't see any reason why this stock won't recover back to its all-time highs and even past that very soon. Now before I get into the second pick, I do want to remind you guys to join my Facebook group. We do have over 150 members in there. So if you want to join and you want to have discussions, I did talk about Nintendo, I did talk about the buying price, I did talk about why I would be buying if I was buying. So make sure you join that group because we have great discussions like this in there. You guys can contact me directly in the group, ask other members in the group for their opinions, suggestions, whatever it may be on stocks you're holding or thinking of buying. And it's overall a great community, so it's absolutely free. I'll leave a link in the description, leave a link down in the comment section as well, so join that right now. But anyways, getting into our second stock for this month, we have Wynn Resorts. So Wynn Resorts actually used to be one of my core positions. In fact, it was my top position back in 2017. I did enter the stock at around $95, $97 per share, and I did sell out a lot of my position between $180 and $200 per share. So I made a killing on the stock, and I did get out of it because of the whole scandal and all the stuff that was going on. I wasn't really sure the direction the company was moving in, which is what a lot of other investors felt as well. That's why you're kind of seeing some weakness in the stock recently. It's kind of been moving sideways. It's tried to break past its all-time highs, but kind of failed to do that. Now it's back down to a level that I might be interested in picking up some more wind resorts in. So the reason I love this company is because of their presence in China, like specifically in Macau. Now, if you're not familiar, Macau is kind of the gaming capital, gaming area in China. So it's similar to Las Vegas in the USA. And you can actually see that Macau's numbers have been growing double digits month over month over month. And if you look at the resorts that are available in Macau, you can see that Wynn Resorts is one of the premier resorts there. So a lot of the money that's being spent in Macau is being spent at Wynn Resort properties, which means that Wynn Resort is actually raking in tons of profits and revenue from the growing industry in Macau. So currently the stock is sitting at around 14.5% lower from its all-time highs like we just discussed. And I think this is a great opportunity because that means there's a lot of upside in the stock to get back up to around $200 or even past that per share. Wynn is also expected to report their earnings in July, around July 24th or so. But again, that's unconfirmed and we'll have to wait to see if that does hold. Most likely though, they will be reporting in July. The fundamentals really in Wynn Resorts is very strong. They have a very low forward PE at under 20, and they also pay out a dividend at around 1.7%. So again, it's a nice bonus of holding the stock, which has a lot of growth potential, but still pays out a dividend as a little bonus for you. But now, if we take a look at the technical for Wynn Resort, we can see here that it's coming down to a key support level and for a potential gap fill. So my personal ideal entry in the stock would be around $165 to $168, and this will kind of confirm a test of the 200-day moving average as well as a gap fill. Now it does have its 50 moving average on the weekly, which is around $164 per share. So we could dip as low as that to find some support in this stock before we continue higher. Apart from this though, it seems like a great play. It seems like even a swing play potential to take advantage of some weakness in the stock, even though the company is still doing incredibly well from a financial standpoint. Okay guys, getting into our third and final pick. Before I mention it though, I just want to remind you guys to drop that like. We do want to hit 100 likes on this video. I do appreciate all your support. But anyways, our number 3 pick for this month is Tencent. Tencent is a core position in my portfolio. You will see a stocks I own portfolio update in the next week or two once July hits, and you will see that Tencent has actually moved up in my portfolio. In fact, if it stays at these levels, it might even move higher up in my portfolio because I think it's an incredible buy right now. So the reason that Tencent's been seeing a lot of weakness recently is because of the whole trade war fears between the US and China. There's a lot of stuff coming out with some $200 billion tariffs here, $20 billion tariffs here. Whatever it is, these two are just butting heads, China and the US, and Tencent and other Chinese companies are stuck in the middle of this. Now I go more in depth with this. I go over some other Chinese companies that are on a great discount sale right now. I'll leave a link up to that video up here, so make sure to check that out once you're done watching this. But if you haven't heard of Tencent itself, they're actually a massive Chinese company, one of the largest companies in China. And they own WeChat, which is one of the largest social media platforms in China. And they also have a stake in Epic Games, which owns the popular title Fortnite, which I'm sure you've heard all over YouTube. It's become an incredibly popular game, and Tencent actually has a stake in that, so they are benefiting from the popularity in that as well. The profits in Tencent is absolutely exploding year over year. They're posting double-digit profit gains, and they're just not showing any signs of slowing down. The stock price, however, does not reflect this, which is why I absolutely love it right now, and I'm able to add as much as I can into this position. So even with all this potential, even with this massive profit growth, revenue growth, everything going for it, it's still down around 15% from its all-time highs, which is why it presents an excellent buying opportunity right now. Now, as an added bonus, they do pay out a mini dividend at around 0.19%. Nothing really significant there, but again, a very small bonus for holding this stock. But finally here, if we take a look at the technicals for Tencent, we can see that it's currently hovering around its 200-day moving average. It really wants to test this level again before we move higher, so we'll have to wait and see if buyers come into this stock around the $50 level. Its 50 weekly is around 48.5 as well, so we could see the stock go a little bit lower to test that support level and then start moving higher if we do get buyers that come into the stock there. But again, Tencent, I do see a lot of potential moving forward in this company. Around $50 is an incredible buy for this company. I do want to keep adding to my position here. This and Alibaba are just incredible portfolio positions. I am up on both positions. I do love holding both companies. I do want to keep adding to both companies. Either way, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop that like we said, 100 likes on this video. Make sure you join the Facebook group as well. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I know I'm asking a lot from you guys, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one.